Opportunities for healthcare professionals are not limited by borders. Reaching those opportunities requires the right guidance, the right preparation, and the right partner. For 19 years, NEAC has been trusted by medical professionals around the world. NEAC, the pioneer in revolutionizing how nurses take NCLEX exams, providing reliable support in international licensing applications, helping more than 100,000 nurses and healthcare workers move closer to their global career goals. From choosing the right state and country, to understanding licensing requirements, and to preparing for international exams, to processing international medical license, NEAC continues to guide professionals every step of the way. Get internationally licensed today with NEAC.
SC Visa and Immigration Solutions is an agency that provides visa and immigration services in Cambodia. Our mission: to help clients achieve their migration dreams through professional, transparent, and supportive immigration services. Our philosophy: creating pathways to global opportunities. Our core value: trust, integrity, gratitude, empathy, and respect. Our main services: skilled migration visas, business and investment visas, employer-sponsored visas, and citizenship programs. Our main destinations: Australia, Canada, the United States of America, and Europe. Why choose us? 1. U.S. immigration attorneys with over 20 years of experience and more than 1,000 EB-3 successful cases. 2. Singaporean specialist with over 9 years of experience, over 200 successful cases to Australia and Canada, and more than 30 EB-3 successful cases. 3. Cambodian specialist with over 9 years of experience, managed over 300 EB-3 cases and over 10 EB-3 successful cases. 4. One-stop solution with reasonable prices. Contact us today and start your journey toward a global opportunities with SC Visa and Immigration Solutions.
For generations, nurses have been the heart of healthcare, providing care, restoring hope, and changing lives, one patient at a time. But healthcare is evolving. Today's nurses are part of a global profession where excellence, adaptability, and internationally recognized competencies matter more than ever. To support this new era of nursing, TrueMerit launched the Certified Global Nurse, CGN, a professional credential that recognizes nurses whose competencies are aligned with internationally benchmarked standards. It's more than a credential. It's a commitment to professional excellence and lifelong learning. As the exclusive TrueMerit channel partner in the Philippines, NEAC is proud to bring the Certified Global Nurse Program closer to Filipino nurses and applicants around the world, providing assistance, guidance, and access to a credential designed for the future of global healthcare. Your nursing international license opens the door to international practice. The Certified Global Nurse certification elevates your professional profile. Start preparing for a future of healthcare.
right. So, good evening, everyone. Science Day to all of you, our Cambodian friends with us tonight. So, before we begin, I would like to know where is your city or where do you come from in Cambodia? Okay. I see some message on the chat box. No, they are from Phnom Penh City. Okay. So, how about the others? Can you please type your city or province in our chat box? Okay, Phnom again as well. Okay. So actually, this exclusive roadmap webinar is specially made for all of you guys, no, our future international nurses. So as the world leader in medical licensing assistance, NEAC is here to give light to the most challenging part of the international nursing journey. And of course, that is getting licensed internationally. So I can see a lot of messages on the chat box. They are from Phnom Penh. So tonight you will learn a lot about what you need to prepare for the NCLEX application. When is the best time to apply? Why getting pre-assessment is important? What are the easy and fastest states? And what are the benefits of getting licensed internationally? And of course, why you need to focus on passing the NCLEX exam and a lot more. Okay, so to begin this webinar, let's take a look at what Roadmap webinar is all about with a short message from our NEAC founder and CEO, Dr. Elbe Akman.
Hi, this is Alvi Akman, founder and CEO of NEAC. I'm very proud today to announce a new initiative, which we call RoadMap Program. What is RoadMap Program? It is a program, a web series program to help you with your international career path. Now, you have either graduated or about to graduate, or you are even working in a medical environment already. So either way, if you are starting your path to get licensed internationally and find your job overseas, this process is a long and complex and confusing path. With our about 20 years of experience, helping more than 100,000 applicants, we have the experience to share with you how can you walk on this path safely, most efficient, without making mistakes, and reaching your goal the fastest and safest way you can. So for that purposes, we prepared this program. We also understand how difficult it is to make certain decisions. You need to be educated about a lot of things to be able to decide. If you don't have the information, how can you make a decision, right? So, for example, which country you should be applying? What's the best option for you nowadays, considering the changing political environment and everything else? If you want to go Middle East, which Middle East country is the best for you right now? If you want to go United States, which state? Are you just going to go apply to a state that your friends applied? Or are you going to apply to a state that's the cheapest or fastest? Or are you going to make an educated decision about what state to apply? So to be able to make these decisions, you need more information. And that's what our roadmap program is all about. We want to help you to understand the whole international career path and empower you with providing as much information as we can so that you can make educated decisions and reach your goal faster, efficiently, safely, and without any redundancy applying to a state that you shouldn't be applying, and then needing to spend again money to endorse and get licensed in the other state. Now, the program we prepared will bring together licensing experts, nursing institutions, review centers, and career coaches. So you're going to benefit from all these free of charge. Follow our program, don't miss it. And the first program we're going to start with will be focusing on nurses. We call that RN Launchpad. You're going to start with that. I'm sure you're going to immensely benefit from it. So let's enjoy it.
All right. So thank you for that warm message, Dr. Elbe Ackman. So as we all know, NCLEX is such an integral part of every nurse who dream to work abroad. Without it, the likelihood of you securing your job against the competing nurses is slim. So just a little bit background about NCLEX. You know, before NEAC existed, for 50 years, nurses are wasting money, time, and effort applying for NCLEX. And many nurses even give up their dream going abroad after failed attempts to get the NCLEX license. Why? Because the NCLEX application system was fragmented. Until Dr. Elbe Ackman, our founder of NEAC, revolutionized the system, and here we are in this era where foreign-trained nurses can apply for NCLEX hassle-free. So now, to give you the in-depth idea about NCLEX, I will welcome our resource speaker for tonight, our very own licensing supervisor for NCLEX, Ms. Concepcion D. Lanzanas. Ms. Connie?
Okay, so thank you, Trishelle. Wait for a while. So thank you, Trishelle. Good day, everyone. By the way, my name is Connie, NCLEX Licensing Supervisors at NEAC Medical Exams Application Center. So it is my pleasure to welcome you to today's webinar. Thank you for taking the time to join us as we walk you through the the NCLEX process and provide valuable information to help you prepare for your nursing licensure journey. So we understand that applying for the NCLEX can feel overwhelming, especially if it is your first time. So today, we will discuss the NCLEX, the application process, the requirements, and how NEAC can assist you every step of the way. So now let's get started. First, let's learn more about NEAC Medical Exams Application Center and how we can help you make your international nursing licensure journey easier, more organized, and stress-free. So now, why choose NEAC? NEAC Medical Exams Application Center was founded by Dr. Elbe Ackman in year 2007 and was recognized as the world's first international medical exams application center. So we are pioneer in the international licensing application. We provide specialized services to medical professionals anywhere in the world. So we have assisted 100,000 of medical professionals of getting their license internationally. And with regard to the medical exams licensure application assistance procedure. So now that I have discussed why thousands of nurses choose NEAC as their trusted licensing partner, so now let's explore the key advantages of choosing NEAC. So we are proudly assist both local and internationally educated nurses, including applicants from the Philippines, Asia, so that includes Cambodia, Africa, India, and the Middle East, and many other countries. So our services includes personalized guidance throughout the application, dedicated licensing consultant, document verification, so coordination with schools and licensing authorities, continuous application monitoring, regular progress updates, and support all the applicants until exam scheduling. Then we also have a virtual support available to have a face-to-face interaction with your assigned licensing consultants. We also have experienced team handling international applications. So having assisted thousands of aspiring nurses, we understand the complexities of international nursing application, and we are committed to providing professional, reliable, and transparent service every step of the way. So now that we have learned more about NEAC and how we can assist you throughout your licensing journey, let's move on to the NCLEX process. So before we discuss the application process, it is important for us to first understand what the NCLEX-RN actually is. So the NCLEX-RN stands for the National Council Licensure Examination for Registered Nurses. So it is the licensing examination that every aspiring registered nurse must pass before practicing nursing in the United States. So this examination is also developed by the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, or the NCSBN, and being recognized by all U.S. boards of nursing. So now, regardless of whether you completed your nursing education in the Philippines, Nigeria, Cambodia, South Africa, India, or any other country, passing the NCLEX is one of the essential steps toward becoming licensed as a U.S. registered nurse. So one important thing to remember is that passing the NCLEX does not automatically allow you to work in the United States. So it is one of the major requirements for obtaining your nursing license, but additional licensing, immigration, and employment requirements must also be completed. So now, after we have a better understanding of what NCLEX-RN is, the next question is, why should you apply for NCLEX? So many nurses around the world pursue U.S. licensure because it provides excellent career opportunities. Because working as a U.S. registered nurse offers competitive salaries, comprehensive employee benefits, then opportunities for your career growth, exposure to advanced healthcare systems, and access to various nursing specialties. So for many nurses around the world, becoming a U.S. Registered nurse is not only a professional achievement, but also an opportunity to build a better future, gain your international experience, and support your families. Now that I have already discussed the key benefits and opportunities of becoming an international licensed registered nurse, you may be wondering, what do I need to get started? So what are the documents, requirements that you need to prepare to start your application? So the documents required vary depending on the Board of Nursing. So here are the several basic documents that are commonly required for most applications. So let's take a look at the basic requirements you need to begin your NCLEX licensing journey. So we have your nursing diploma, transcript of records, related learning experience record if it is available, then a valid passport, and of course, a valid nursing license from your country of education, if required also. Because not all states are requiring for a local license in your country of education. So before submission, our team carefully reviews your documents to help minimize delays and avoid unnecessary corrections. So now let's move on to the Board of Nursing. As we have covered the basic requirements needed to begin your application, one question we often receive is, what exactly is the Board of Nursing? So every state in the United States has its own Board of Nursing, which serves as the licensing authority for nurses. Then the board reviews your educational credentials, evaluates whether you meet their state's requirements. So they are the one who grants eligibility for you to be able to take the NCLEX exam and issues your nursing license after all the licensing requirements have been satisfied. So each board of nursing has different requirements, processing times, and fees. So some states have additional requirements for internationally educated nurses, while others have more straightforward application processes. That is why choosing the right state is one of the most important decisions you will make during your NCLEX journey. Now that we understand the important role of the Board of Nursing, the next question that many applicants ask is, which state is the easiest? But I think the better question is, which state is the best fit for my qualification and career plans? Because not all states have the same requirements. So some states require credential evaluation through organization, such as through merit, while others may have different educational English language or licensure requirements. So when choosing a state, we always consider several factors, including your nursing curriculum, English language requirements, processing time, overall application costs, state specific licensing requirements, of course, your future employment plans, and your future work location. So here in NEAC, we carefully evaluate your qualifications to recommend the states that best aligns with your educational background and career goals. So here are some of the popular states where internationally educated registered nurses commonly apply for licensure. So we have the New York, Montana, and Illinois. Now, once you have selected your preferred state, let's walk through the application process. Okay. With the NCLEX application process, it begins with a pre-eligibility assessment for us to determine the most suitable board of nursing for your qualification. And then after that, we then collect and verify all required documents before submitting them to the appropriate Board of Nursing in the U.S. And then throughout the application process, several organizations work together to ensure your application is processed successfully. So we have your nursing school that provides and verifies your educational credentials, your country's nursing regulatory authorities that verifies your professional nursing license. This verification of your local license, we can only submit it if it is being required by the Board of Nursing. Then after that, the board will evaluate your application. We will just have to wait for the feedback coming from them. Then once approved, you will receive your eligibility application. After that, you will need to have the registration with Pearson VUE. So Pearson VUE is the official testing provider for the NCLEX examination. So when all requirements are completed, you will receive your authorization to test or the ATT. Then after that, we will schedule and for your taking the NCLEX examination. Then after the examination, we can still assist you to receive your result. So if you successfully meet all the licensing requirements, the Board of Nursing will issue your nursing license according to its procedure. Now that we have walked through the entire NCLEX application process, you can see that it's not just a single application submitted to one organization. A common question will always ask, how long does the licensing process usually take? So processing depends on several factors that includes how quickly your school submit documents, the local license validation, credential evaluation, if it is required by the Board of Nursing you are applying, and then the evaluation, of course, by the Board of Nursing, the Pearson VUE registration. So I think the faster documents are completed and submitted, the smoother the overall process usually becomes. Then let's move on to another important considerations. So the fees involved in the NCLEX licensing process. We know that most of you here now is asking, how much will it cost to become internationally licensed? So applicants should always prepare for several application-related expenses. This may include the Board of Nursing application fees, credential evaluation fees, Pearson VUE, registration fee, then document processing fees, courier or mailing fees if the Board of Nursing will require you to submit the documents through courier services. And then, of course, professional service fees if you are working with an application assistance provider. So since every state has different requirements, the total cost will vary depending on where you apply. And then after processing your application, it is important to understand the factors that may affect the overall processing timelines. So these are the common reasons for application delays. Of course, incomplete documents, incorrect information, delayed school submission, then the local license validation processing delays, Board of Nursing evaluation time, additional documents that being requested from the Board of Nursing, but these delays can be prevented. So submitting complete and accurate documents from the beginning helps avoid unnecessary delays. So by working together, we can help ensure a more efficient application process. Now, as we have discussed the common reasons why NCLEX applications may be delayed, the next question is, what can I do to make my application process as smooth and stress-free as possible? So here are some few practical tips to make your journey smoother, more efficient, and as stress-free as possible. So you need to prepare your document as early as possible. Review all the forms carefully before submission. Then you need to keep both digital and printed copies of your important documents. Maintain a valid passport and professional license. And most importantly, stay in regular communication with your assigned licensing consultant. So these simple practices can significantly reduce delays throughout your application. And now that we have discussed how proper preparation can help make the licensing process smoother, let's take a look at the countries where NEAC provides exams and licensing application assistance. So here's the country. We have the USA, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Ireland. So we have Saudi Arabia, Philippines, Qatar, UAE, Oman, and Bahrain. And now that brings me the end of my presentation. So we hope that today's discussion has given you a clear understanding of the exam and licensing application process, the requirements that you need to prepare, and the steps you need to take to achieve your professional goals abroad. So here in NEAC, we understand that applying for an international nursing license can be challenging and sometimes overwhelming. That is why our commitment is to be with you throughout the process. So from the initial assessments and document preparation to the submission of your application and follow up with the appropriate regulatory agencies, especially with the follow-up of your application in the United States, the different Board of Nursing. So that's it. We are committed to provide a professional, reliable, transparent, and personalized assistance to every applicant because our main goal here in NEAC is to help you achieve your dream of becoming a U.S. registered nurse through professional guidance and reliable support every step of the way. So that's the end of my presentations. We hope that you have a clear understanding on how the NCLEX application process will move. And that's it. Thank you so much. I'll bring the floor to Trishelle.
Okay, so thank you for that very informative and lovely presentation, Miss Connie. And now is the portion where you can ask questions. And if you wish to be on mic, please raise your hand. Please raise the hand icon button at the bottom of your screen, of your Zoom screen. And for those who are shy, you can simply type in your questions at the chat box below. Okay, so but before we get to ask Miss Connie, let me ask you some questions first. Okay, so how do you say thank you in Khmer language? Anyone? How can we pronounce how can we say thank you in Khmer language?
We say Okun.
Oh, kun. Is that am I pronouncing it correctly? Oh, kun.
We say Okun.
Oh, kun. Okay. Oh, kun. So thank you for that, Sir Long. And then now my next question is, where or which do you want to be in the next 5 years? Meaning to say, in what country, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years as a licensed nurse? Okay, as a registered nurse. Okay. Okay, do you want to be in the US? Okay.
May I ask you some question?
I see. I
So,
see. Oh,
I am a nurse who graduated from, I am Cambodia, but I graduated from the other country. I graduated from Thailand, and I have two licenses from Thailand and Cambodia. Uh, I work as an emergency nurse for about 8 years. So if there, I want to submit some document to you to exam the NCLEX. So the license from Thailand or the license from Cambodia should I prepare for you?
all right. So thank you for that information, sir. And now let's bring in Miss Connie. Now you can now ask questions to Miss Connie. You can type your questions in our chat box, and then we will read it one by one. Okay, let's see your questions on the chat box. Okay, there's some question here, Miss Connie.
Okay.
Okay, there's some private messages on our Zoom. But yeah, the first question from our audience is, how much should a Cambodian nurse expect to spend on the entire licensing process?
Okay, so thank you, Trishelle. Actually, the estimated cost for NCLEX application approximately around $1,000 to $1,500. So depending on the states and the applicant's individual requirements. So expenses may include application and examination fees, credential or document verification. So English proficiency test if it is required. And then I think this is only an estimated range because the actual cost may vary depending on the state of application and required documents.
Okay, so a follow-up question, Miss Connie. So how can they give their documents to us even if they are from Cambodia?
There's nothing to worry about it. They can still start their application through online. They can submit their documents, a scanned copy of their requirements through email. So there's no need for them to fly all the way here in the Philippines just to submit the documents. Scanned copy will do.
Okay, there's a question here in the chat box, Miss Connie. So, what is pre-assessment exactly, and why is it required?
For the pre-assessment, actually, so we do the pre-qualification or the pre-assessment for us to know which state that suitable or which state that fits your goal to start your application for us to um, not to have any hassle or any complicated application while ongoing the process. So we always do the pre-qualification so we can check your requirements, so we can determine and we can help you choose the right states for you.
Okay, speaking of right states, Miss Connie, there's another question
Mm-mm.
from my chat box. No, what are the best countries for Cambodian nurses who wants to work internationally?
Actually, some of the most popular countries for Cambodian nurses, of course, the USA, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and Ireland. But each country has different licensing requirements and application fees, of course, and opportunities. So I think the best option will depend on the applicant's qualification, experience, and career goals. So that's it. So we have NEAC to help you assess your application background and identify the licensing pathway that may be most suitable for your career or for your professional licensing application.
All right. Then another question, Miss Connie, can newly graduated nurse apply for international licensing?
Of course, yes. Newly graduated nurses can still apply for international licensing, but still, it depends on the country and specific requirements. Like, for example, in the US, there are some states that allow newly graduated nurses to apply for the NCLEX-RN without their local license, without prior work experience. But still, applicants must meet the educational document and other requirements set by the State Board of Nursing. So that's why we always assess the educational backgrounds and documents first for us to determine the appropriate licensing pathway for the medical professionals.
Okay, there's a question here, Miss Connie from the chat box. How many
Mhm.
years does it usually take to get the visa after they get the NCLEX?
Actually, for the visa, that would depend on the US government because most of the visa or visa immigration, I think the employer will be the one to have the processing because here in NEAC, we are more focusing on the licensing process as well as I think the visa screening, which they can use as a work visa when they go to the United States.
Okay, so speaking of the process, now there's a last question here, Miss Connie. How long does the licensing process usually take?
Actually, the licensing process usually takes around 3 to 6 months. So The timeline can vary depending on the states or regulatory body, and of course, how quickly the applicant completes and submit the required document. So sometimes delays may occur due to the document verification, school or licensing authority responses, credential evaluation, or additional requirements. So here in NEAC, we do help monitor the application and do some follow-ups on the necessary documents to make the process as smooth and efficient as possible.
All right. So thank you for that answers, Miss Connie. Actually,
Thank you.
we have partner here in our webinar, which is Sir Choyong from SC Visa.
Yes.
He answered the previous question about the visa. If you apply for a U.S. nurse program, it takes up to 2 years to get the green card. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. So thank you all for participating in this webinar. Thank you, Miss Connie, for answering all the questions. And if you find this session informative and helping you in your international nursing goals, you can check out our previous episodes on YouTube and don't forget to subscribe. So check out the playlist and go to the webinars to find helpful resources. We have covered the GCC, American Healthcare System, the OET or Occupational English Test, and more. So stay tuned for our next roadmap session, which we will cover another important topic that you will need for your nursing journey. So follow our social media page as well to get daily updates, licensing news, virtual events, and inspiring stories, especially tailored for medical professionals like you guys. Okay. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you, Sir Jack, Sir Choyam of SC Visa for coordinating this event. And the nurses of Cambodia are so blessed to have someone like you who truly cares for their future. So this is Trishelle. Salamat po. Okay. Kun. And see you again in the next one.
Okay, bye-bye, Tishel and Connie. And thank you for the presentation. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Sir
Thank
Jack. Thank you,
you.
everyone.